It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always. It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing, getting sideways like a bridesmaid as she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom, something like a wonderland. Understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
Save your pity for the weak. Oh my God. So I was listening to that song right before we got here. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good morning. My name is Bleaves, and welcome to Breakfast with Bleaves. My overlay's not working, so I have no idea what's going on anymore. This whole goddamn thing is just it's a mess. So the overnights did exactly what we talked about. We got that pump. Ethereum was up to 1,620. We did not get the real breakout that we were looking for, and the reason that we didn't is because Europe has actually not been Europe has not been horrible, by the way, in the overnights. The European inflation number came back, and it was 9.1%. So the Eurozone inflation was at an all-time high, and we started to see a massive sort of sell-off, but then it felt like the money just kind of flipped, and then all of a sudden we started minting a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. So now the place that we are at this point is we are right here. I told you before that what we really needed to see is we need to see Bitcoin have the breakout. We need to get over the line right here, and guess what? We've now got 2 hours over the line, technically only one. We're just minting this one so far, and if we can continue to move and continue to bring ourselves to the upside over here, then that's going to be the sort of bullish signal to say that the market is moving back in the right direction, at least for a short period of time. It doesn't mean that we're in a breakout, doesn't mean that we're in anything great. What it does mean, though, is we've got some work to do to get up here to 20,585. Like, this is where we start to make those moves to the positive, because we still have to get rid of what can only be described here as that Celsius bullshit. When we found out that Celsius are paper-handed hoes, Celsius sold all kinds of Bitcoin. Celsius is basically the Elon Musk of August. Because we got to remember that paper-handed hoe sold all of his Bitcoin with Tesla after posting all of his memes about being diamond-handed. Elon, goddamn it, I hope one day you watch this, you weak stick bitch. I hope one day you see this and you realize that we all know it. We all see it. We got it. Anyway, so you can see right here that we're having this little move to the upside, and we're really starting to see it all around. Now, if you look at the UK 100, you can see that we're down, but it's kind of turned a corner, and maybe we're going to see that one start to move up. And then the European, the stock 600, you can see has also done the same thing. So there might be some positivity, and in pre-market trading for the United States, we're looking at it up 87, NASDAQ up 103. So maybe we'll start to get some of those gains back, but the market is still going to be a little bit sore. Sometimes Chads get butt hurt. You know what I mean? The DXY was on a run for a little while, and now it's turned back around, and we're starting to see it come back down. It's still pumping at that all-time high sort of level. So, what we really need to see is something like this happen right now. Then we'll see Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything kind of pump along with it. But also to remember, we're covering Luna Classic on the channel, and guess what? It just busted through that local high. Now, that local high was this over here, was like 16.7, something like that, and it is busted through to 16.9, almost 17. So Luna Classic is still having its nice little breakout. For those of you that are wondering, Bone was trading at around $1.88 this morning. It did flash down to $1.80. I said $1.66 is probably that accumulation zone. It didn't go all the way down there, so that might be a positive sentiment. And you might see Bone start going on a run pretty soon. Shiba is up 1.6% since the reset last night. Not a lot, but it's going to take a while probably to get back up to this level, because the money right now is going into Bone. So let's get in chat, see what's going on, and let's see. Here's the big thing, the question of the day. The question of the day is this: can I remember to share my screen? So let's see how that plays out over the course of this morning. Also, by the way, I did some Saitama coverage today. I did Luna Classic coverage today, and I did my Volt video that I always do. And I'm feeling really bullish about where Volt is going in the next few days. For those of you that don't know, we're waiting kind of for a catalyst. There's another catalyst that's in the pipe, and good things coming through. So we're looking for one more catalyst before Volta Change is just kind of launched on everybody. But I mean, things are ready and in place. And Volt Inu, by the way, just gave away 100,000 items in Colombia. And if you think that what you're about to see is going to be mass crypto adoption, and it's going to be coming from places like South America, and Volt is going to be at the forefront of some of that. And if you are a lunatic, then we are not burning any significant amount of supply. I've been a little bit I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish on what Luna Classic is going to do, but I am in this moment feeling like there's an opportunity to accumulate, especially right around this red line right here at 1260. Like, I feel like it's going to come back down here. And again, I'm not sharing my screen, but I feel like it's going to come back down. So there's going to be an opportunity there. And Saitama, what I say is, listen, if you're holding Saitama, you may not like it. You may be on the sidelines. You may be frustrated by it. But here, what we learned yesterday about Vitalik Buterin in that picture. If we imagine that, the way I see it is this: if you imagine that Saitama is whatever's in Vitalik Buterin's pants, then it's easy to see why all of these Saitama haters just seem to have Saitama's name in their mouth all the time. Because all they're doing is sitting on Twitter all day going, you know what I'm talking about? You get it. Anyway, what's going on, Pocahontas? I hope you're having a good morning. Diggy, good morning. J Manuel, good morning. Crypto B, good morning. Good morning, Tobias. Good morning, Juicy Juice. T-Rex, good morning. Wizard Cell, what is going on? News about Terrarium. They are out of social. They're out of social advertising for the moment because they're waiting for a little something more. I think what they're doing is they just don't want to throw money at something that they don't know is going to help them at this moment. They're trying to consolidate and save because expenses are extraordinary for launching a centralized exchange, stuff like that. So, I just think that they're doing that, and I don't know for sure if they are or not. They might have kept Dean on to still provide like an update or something like that. But, I don't know. I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do. Saqib, good morning. Samir, what is going on? Yeah, I'm just Volted from the morning. And Volt, by the way, is back in the channel that we've been talking about. So, hopefully we'll see something good. See, I have no idea what's going on with GOAT. I sold off. I took my loss and moved on. Because I have no idea what's going on with it anymore. Like, I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem with Kings, but all the other guys, like, I don't like them. And with Kings not being there and not being, the main guy or anything like that, like there was no, like, what am I there for? So I took a gigantic loss on that one. I took about a 8K loss. just to get some money back, which I then put into something else and made a significant amount. So I'm not really put out by it. So I mean, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because, but I have no idea what's going on with GOAT anymore. What's going on, Cody Core? RW7610. So no chance you can see Luna Classic reach 0.05. Oh, I think it's actually, I think that that's going to be a fair number for it to hit. And I'll tell you why. It's going to take a while. It's not something that's overnight. This is not a short-term sort of thing right now. This is a much longer sort of play, and it's going to take some time for Luna Classic to really have that moment. I can see it going from here right now in a special moment to maybe up here right now, because that would be double the market cap. So I could see it having this big lift right here and doing something like that, but it's not sustained, and that's not sustainable. Everything has to come back down. There's a lot of investors. 475 billion Luna Classic have been staked so far. So there's a lot of people staking a lot of tokens, but the circulating supply is still 6.9 trillion. We're going to run into a problem, and you're not going to see the problem yet, by the way. But remember, we do have a lot of Jeets out there that are going to sell their holdings and stuff like that, and they'll take their profits on the way up, and they'll do whatever they got to do. But I don't think that we have a lot of room on this. So I don't know that right now is the moment. With a 1.2% burn starts in 12 days. So that's when we'll kind of see. I didn't share my screen again. God damn it. So it turns out I can't. Amit, what's going on? Good morning. Demi Damari. Listen, I have a website now, by the way. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to post it while we're doing this live stream. It's very rudimentary right now. It's not complete. It'll never, it's never going to be completed, but at least I have a site now. I'm going to be uploading that song if anybody wants to download it or anything like that. Like I'll get this all taken care of. And then, we'll see if I can use that site to do stuff. Crypto Flip, good morning. Newton James, good morning. Luke Denson, good morning. I'm looking for $1.66 before I do anything with Bone. Just thinking that it's going to go back on that run and go in a positive direction. Been DCA weekly on the farm. Harvest Finance the last 2 months, digging it. Farm. Did I cover that before? Is that the BNB one? Matty B in the house. What's going on, my man? I got all of you. Whoops. What's going on, Yahweh? Good morning. King Viking, what is going on, my man? BFOC, good morning. God damn it. Good morning. God damn it, too. So now that we're done, we're going to share the screen. BlackRock. I'm waiting for BlackRock. BlackRock is on a big move. They are on a big move right now. I don't know if it's sustained. It's down enough that I'm not like there's no profit, but it's up like 50% on the day or something like that. We're gonna go check that out in just 1 second here. Here we go. All right, so BlackRock is up 48.7% on the day. So it's trading at 72.47. Let's go look real quick and we'll see what is my BlackRock worth. BlackRock is clocked in at 206, so I'm down about $300 on BlackRock still. So it's got some ground to make up before we start talking about them. And I did tell them I'm going to talk about them. Like, all you got to do is give me a reason to talk about you, and we're going to talk. So, make shit happen. But anyway, so here we can see right here on Lunatics, on Luna Classic, that what this thing really could do is double its spot and go up into this area, and maybe we could get a $2 billion market cap, but it's not realistic for it to sustain. So what's most probably going to happen is we're going to get into, we're going to look at it this way. The most likely area, if we look at this right here, is we got a line at 1400. The most probable line here is going to be 1301. This probably becomes our target point right now for right here. at 1300. So that seems to be the spot that we're looking at. So if we want to accumulate some more, what we're going to be looking at is for this thing to do whatever it's going to do here. I don't think it's going to use this as support. I think it's coming back down, and then we're going to be right here, because you got to remember here, like, we're on a move right now, and that move has to consolidate at some point, and I feel like the consolidation is going to happen pretty soon, because you can't get any further, and then it's going to come here, and then that's when we're going to start seeing new highs. There's got to be a moment where we sort of consolidate. Now, I think the number is going to be more like right here at 12.5, but let's just call it 1300. That's going to be a good spot to accumulate a little bit more. Like, I feel like I was just going to run with 10 million for a while. That's what I thought. But now I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just throw another 5 grand or something like that at it and see what happens, because it's just such a substantial amount. And the Dow futures are continuing to go up. The reason I was doing that was because I wanted to look at Station real quick. You guys can check it out too. So I have in my wallet, I have like almost $1 million, which is worth right 163 right now. The USTC is still pretending to be pegged to $1. So, but the stake here, I have 9 million, and I've got 58,926 that I've earned so far from staking. I'm using all nodes. All nodes is free until October 1st, so there won't be any penalty. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to hold it until at least September 30th. And then I'm going to pull that back out, and then I'll make a decision based on that. Now, the one thing that I got to say is voting power. All nodes has 19% of the voting power. Orion has 16%. Interstellar has 15. LUNC DAO has 12. And you know, what I'm doing is contrary to what I keep telling you guys to do, which is why I'm going to pull it at some point. Because what I'm saying is this is too much power. All nodes, Orion, like if you consider your voting blocks and you consider how much power you hold sway when you're voting for what you want on Terra Station, and there's no governance right now. There's nothing that's been put out here for a vote. But in the event that there is a vote, then you got to know that All Nodes has 20% of the voting power. So that's a crazy number. So I think that they should be dropped down a peg, so to speak. I just can't see that that's good. So that being said, Orion Money, Interstellar Lounge, I don't know how they vote. Again, before I move the money, I'm going to find out how they vote. Hopefully, I'm going to be fine through September before any big votes are called. I can't pull my money at any time if I don't like the way that they vote. But again, you can see here I am delegated to them at this moment, giving them this voting power. But I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find the people that vote the way I want you to vote, and find out who voted which way. And then from there, I'll make a decision on who I want to put it in. But remember, some of these guys have 6% commission, 4% commission, 1% commission, 0% commission. All nodes right now has a 0% commission, but they're going to go in October 1st to like a 2% commission, and it's all going to be burned through the end of the year. So for that purpose alone right now, I feel comfortable, and they continue to have my support, because that seems like a really good. The important thing right now is burning as much Luna Classic as you can possibly burn. And if you go look and take the time on this to look at Luna Classic Penguins and go look at the burn volume, then you can see here that there's very little and very minimal. We saw this was the run up not too long ago. We had 500 billion burned or 500 million burned in one day. That's not a lot. Otherwise, it's just been minimal amounts of burns. Top burners remain Luna Classic Lunatics. So the Lunatics are still number one, but they haven't burned in at least 24 hours. So you can see here that there are burns that are happening, but when you go over here and you look at the total supply, like, it's not doing anything. It's very minimal. Whatever we're burning off has been just as a very minimal sort of supply. Now you can go through here and you can see that the high was 6.906,230, and then you can come over here and say it's now 6.904. So you burn 2 billion of supply, but that's a long time. Like that's from June. So we've only burned 2 billion in supply since June. So the next step up is you gotta have a big burn on the supply. So you guys just gotta remember that, because it is impotent. Leash did well yesterday. Terra down another 20%. Terra is down another 20%. I don't know if that was a person selling off or if that's just a normal kind of drop right now. But I did see it. Yeah, here we go. We had somebody who sold 32 ETH. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, somebody sold 32. And it was address E1B4. They don't continue to have any more. And it looks like they cashed out and put it into stable and then swapped it. So, I mean, they've been in it for 42 days. I mean, they maybe they decided that they've made their money and they're moving on. I don't know. But 42 days ago, by the way, 42 days ago, God damn it. 42 days ago, they probably got in over here and barely broke even. Wow. I mean, you got to count back the number of days, right? So we got to go back here. We got to say, shit. You know what? They probably bought right here and they probably took a big loss. That's what you get, asshole. You know what I mean? I guess that's all you can say at this point. But yeah, so it's down, but the line remains the same. I mean, like, we can talk about it, but that 12 number right there, that was the line. And I think what I did say was it's possible that it can go back down. Like, we may not get an opportunity, but back over here, you did see it lose. It added a 0 back. So there was always some opportunity here because you can see right here, there's like this little line at 1176. Where are we trading right now? 1175. Okay, so there's like a line that formed right under the support line down there at 1176. So it's entirely possible that that's the bounce point. But those 40 points aren't gonna make a difference to you. So this is a perfect accumulation time for. And by the way, if you kind of just like do the math on it, November is just around the corner. Like, we're heading into September, October, and then in November, the Terrarium Exchange is going to launch. And by the way, Terrarium Exchange is not going to turn this thing into a $20 billion token, just so everybody understands. There's a lot of exchanges out there. So the fact that it is an exchange creates value for it and gives it a use case and gives it a reason to exist. And is the start of an entire ecosystem for them. That doesn't mean that it's just going to take off and go from there. This is a long-term hold. We are day-to-day people. So the struggle that people are having right now with price action, stuff like that right now is, well, how come it's not mooning today? It's not going to moon every day. It's going to go down a lot. Ethereum is still struggling. Ethereum was down here at 1420 not too long ago, and now it's back up to 1620. It was up to 1620 overnight. Let's see what it was. 1619.99. It was at 1619.99, and now it's right around idling at around 1600, but it cannot seem to break 1600. This has probably been 2 hours worth of Ethereum just kind of right here, messing around, not being able to consistently pump and get over that. So, and the Dow Jones is going to open in about 5 minutes. So, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. But the DXY is continuing. If the DXY recovers and doesn't just keep bleeding downward, then that means that most likely Bitcoin and everything along with it's going to struggle. So we'll see. But we do have that breakout. We have broken out of that area, and we've used. By the way, this is what I said we would have to do. That if we did this, then this would be a good sign. And it was this right here. So we busted out of the line. And then we came back here and tested it for support right here. Then we spiked back up just a little bit. And then we came back down again and tested it for support a second time. And now we're on our way back up. So now we've used the resistance line, the one that we had to get out of. We've actually used that as a spring to provide support, which means that we're outside of that trend line and that we're now forming a new trend line. I don't know what that trend line is right now because it's like it's so it's got to form itself at this point. I mean, we could, reasonably say this is gone, right? And that maybe at this point we're talking about that moving this way and being more parallel right now, but it's still early. If we come back down here, then we probably would have confirmation that we're in this new parallel channel. What would be way better would be to get out this way and start to see an opening start to build. But it depends on where we are, because we can go back and look here and we can see here from here to here. That is kind of a bullish trajectory, because we're building new, we're building higher lows if that's the new low. But I could also continue to, it could do something else. So now we're just watching and waiting to see what the next move and what the next play is. And it looks like 1606 is just that point of resistance that it's not breaking out of right now. So we can pop out a line here at 1606. So that's the resistance line right now, the green one. Let's get that VRP out. So that's the resistance line right now. It looks like we've tested it. We've hit it a couple times. So the question is, are we going to break through it? So the next step for Ethereum is to get over here and start to use this as support a few times, and then start to make its way back up. And the question is, can we do that or not? So there we are. And if we can do that, by the way, then we're starting to look at a real change in whatever pattern we've been looking at, trying to figure out where we're going from here. We can make a more reasonable estimation of what's happening, but we got to see it break out. Like, it'd be nice to get into this 1750 area, because that's what we really need. Is we need some real confirmation that something good is happening. So the website, by the way, let's do that. It's going to be believescrypto.com. So here's believescrypto.com. It's rudimentary right now. About me, and then I started cryptocurrency in 2021, and I kind of just put together a little story about what got me into crypto. It'll be updated as I go. This was just the first pass, and then here's all my social media links if you want to go find me on Facebook. Here I am on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. Most of you know how to find me on Twitter, I would think. You better. And then YouTube, and we're already on YouTube, so you don't need to see that one. And then there's going to be a thing here for you to subscribe to, and then reviews coming soon. And here are frequently asked questions that I can do. Are you always right? Of course not, but also yes. So there. Do you have a pony? Not at this time, but I love to use glue, so there's always hope. And what are your top 3 cryptos? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB, but that might change when one of my projects launches their exchange. So, we'll see how it goes. If you have a question, you can send me a message. My new email address is believes@believescrypto.com. So, but I'm going to be updating this over the next couple of days. I don't like the design of it already, so I'm going to hire somebody to do something. I just want it to look, I don't know yet, but we'll see. And for those of you that didn't get to see it last night, you get to see it today, and we can holla about $1. There's the new Believes Crypto Halloween hoodie. I'm gonna be working on these, trying to. I think I want a little bit more to the design, so I might put some eyes in the center, like right here in the middle, like 2 big eyes or something like that, evil eyes that are like bleeding or something like that. So we'll see. And then, of course, he'll be on the site, and on this website, there will also be the believes.mp3, and I'll probably do it for like 99 cents, because I paid to have the song made, and I own the rights to it now. So, if you want to download it, like 99 cents or something like that, who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? Sir, I make a video about UNFI. Is it good to buy? I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. Morning, Greg. What's going on? Ship Billionaire token Squid Grow thoughts? I don't think so. SHIB Billionaire token. I heard SHIB Billionaire was actually people from SHIB who were investors in SHIB. But guess what? Everybody was an investor in SHIB at one point. I was an investor in SHIB at one point. Just because I touch a new token or create a new token and I name it something that I think is going to make people invest in it on a degen play, it doesn't. It's not a reason for me to do something because it was SHIB investors. You know what I mean? Squid Grow. I don't know anything about Squid Grow because I think that was BNB, if I'm not mistaken, and I've kind of pulled back from BNB for a while. If you guys remember, my wallet got one of my wallets, the MetaMask wallet, got hacked, and they took all my BNB. So, you know, and it was like $2,500. So, fuck them. Good morning, Family Z. Good morning, Striker. Why can't I sell my CVC? Also, how to migrate Shinobi version 1 to version 2. Looks like version 2 is not out yet. I thought that I saw something that said it was coming pretty soon. The reason you can't sell your CVC is you probably got your slippage too low. They set the CVC set their slippage to like 46% or some bullshit like that. I mean, Keith is and you know, Keith is working on whatever it is that they're doing over there. I mean, we go here and check it out. Coin view cap. Pop it into Token Sniffer, and you can see what the taxes are. All right. But I'm pretty sure, like I heard somebody say that the taxes on it to sell were like 46%. Yeah. So the buy fee is 46% and the sell fee is 42%. I mean, they're basically saying don't touch it. And at this point, they're holding it because they don't want you to do anything. I mean, reach out to Keith and find out what's going on. But I think they're trying to get to the liquidity unlock here so that they can move it and migrate it over into something new for Shinobi and do the version 2. Like, I think there's just this giant thing that they want to do in that ecosystem. But go into their Telegram, you know, start asking around. And I think you'll find out that they've got something going on. I don't like the fact that they do this kind of shit. Like, that doesn't sit well with me. But Keith is my friend, so if he's doing that, I support him. I just don't like it. So sometimes my friends do shit that I don't like. You know what I mean? I just don't do the same shit they do. How can someone reach to Luna about Volta change? I don't know the answer to that. That's a major token, so dum for sale. Did you get it back? Yeah, I got mag. Yeah, I got. I put $500 on that one. What's up, Believe? Seen any cops recent? I haven't seen any yet, but they'll know me when they see me, and they'll see me staring at them when I walk into court, like, yeah. You should have wore white, son. Yeah, very bright. What's up, Martin? Edna, recently found your YouTube channel. Love it. Congrats. Good vibes. Hey, I appreciate that. Greetings from Guatemala. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's a great spot for share your screen. It's a great spot for kiss my ass. Gudik, hello. How you doing? Yes, you can. I'm gonna set something up. So, and also, by the way, if you want to just like pirate it, I mean, you can just go to YouTube, and then from YouTube, you know, you just like use a YouTube downloader, and you can just download the song because I did upload it so that just for that purpose. Shift token looks really good. Thanks, please. Oh man, dude, you're not gonna be, you're not gonna feel bad about having Shift token. You know, it's gonna take some time. Because, you know, like anything, the word's got to get out, and Pan is not going to do anything until he's ready. Like, he doesn't mind just letting this thing kind of sit idly and not have a pump because the way he feels it, all he's doing is like, if you have a marketing wallet and stuff like that, he literally feels like he's taking money from you by doing something like that. So he wants you to have a product. He wants you to have a functioning, working product. So he is just unwilling to pump the chart artificially until he's got something working. So iOS releases today for the beta. The Android release for the beta is in about 9 days. And then if all things work out in those betas, then the next step will be the full launch of it. And then, of course, that's going to correspond along with Coca-Cola sponsorship for 90 days on all Powerade bottles, which is going to be super cool. And here's the cool thing. Like, even if the 90 days is up, after the 90 days is up, they're still selling them in the they're still selling them in the stores, or people are still buying them in, like you're going to see it for a lot longer than 90 days. So it's going to be kind of cool. A song called Bleaves. Do you think Pi Network will be worth 314,150? I see what you did there. God damn it. The name of the Shift app is Shift Fit. You know what? iOS. All right, so here's the App Store. I think it's Shift Fit. Oh, maybe that. Oops. Let me open the app. You know what? I got an iPhone sitting next to me. I'll check it out. It's going to be Shift Fit is the name of it. But yeah, I mean, guys, I really think that Shift Fit is going to be a big deal, and I'm in. I'm in it to win it. Boxa, by the way, tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to be having an AMA with Boxa token. And you know, if you're not familiar with Boxa token, because I can't shut up about it, this is Boxa token. These are the places that you can stay. All you have to do is, in this one, you have to have 9 million tokens, or the equivalent of $9,000. You have to have $9,000 in equivalent tokens, and you can go stay at the Coral House in Bahia Cuauhtémoc in Mexico, 15 minutes from the Huatulco airport. Then you have over here in Querétaro, Uruguay, Mexico. You have to have 5 million tokens and 5,000. It's basically, you have to have $5,000 worth of Boxa. Hold it for 2 weeks, and then you can stay at these places for free. And then this one over here is one of those rustic homes. And then you have the Basha Dalmatia, and this one's also 7,000 in tokens. And then coming soon, you have this place over here, which is available. This is like March of 2023, so it's not available right now. It'll be available soon. But then you have the Loft in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, 15 minutes from downtown. Suits 2 to 4 people, and it's 5 million tokens or 5,000 worth of Boxa. Staying period is 1 week, and it's redeemable every 3 months. So, like, shit. And it's a pretty nice place. It's a pretty nice place. So, yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that you wouldn't want to have some Boxa. I think everybody should have, really, seriously, 10,000 or more of Boxa token, really, just so you can travel a little bit and just do shit. Like, you don't have to go to Greece like my man Jake. You can go to wherever you want. Montreal during the summertime. I would think I wouldn't go. And Mexico during the anytime. So I mean, I think there's a lot of cool stuff. And then this one in Podplat, Slovenia looks super cool. And then Slovenia, if I'm a tourist and I'm looking through Slovenia, like so I did some, like, just because I'm a nerd and I wanted to see all this stuff. Like, it is a kick-ass sort of country that you're looking into, and the amenities are just really, really cool. These are the types of vacations. Look, these are dream vacations for people. These are dream vacations for crypto people. Look, you even have your own hot sauna when you're staying over here. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy what these guys offer. So we're gonna have an AMA tonight, talk about it, and we'll see what happens. But this at the moment is just, it's a product of the market, and it's trending a little bit up, a little bit down. You might see pumps when somebody's like going to stay. Like, this was somebody going to stay somewhere, and then this is when they were done staying. I mean, you literally hold it for 2 weeks, you go on vacation, and then you can sell it when you're done. So you see pumps like this happen all the time. because this is a great idea. And when people are back in the market and they're finding tokens where you can use it almost like a timeshare, like all you have to do is hold crypto to be part of a timeshare. You don't have to pay taxes and shit on. There's a $100 cleaning fee, and don't screw up somebody's property. But that's all there is, and like it's just a great idea. The implementation of which so far has been very cool. Now, I keep saying that I got to stay there. Thank you for the $5 sticker, Amit. I appreciate you, man. Anything happening with bandex? Okay, so bandex, you're going to be able to trade your bandex and your BTFA for the new token. They'll cut the penalty out so that you're not so there's no penalty to unstake it, and then you'll be able to trade it in and get the new token. There was something, if you still hold any bandex on the BSC side, which I don't, I sold it and moved it to the Ethereum side. But I think they were going to give you like a bonus or something like that if you held the BSC. Other than that, it's just going to become a new token. September, I want to say it was 21st. I'm not sure about my dates anymore because it all becomes a blur at some point. But I believe that on the 21st, they're going to be launching the new BTFA NFT collection with Fabrice Sapolsky as the author and artist of those new ones. So, and from what I saw, I only saw little pieces of it, but it looks really super cool. So I think that I think it's going to be kind of awesome. And for people who are asking for Shift Fit, so the best place to start would be shift-token.com. And then you can click on here. Let me see if there's oh, they don't have the link to iOS up. It's going to be a few hours. Let me see here because I didn't know exactly. Where is it? Give me just 1 second here. Shift. All right. So if you want to join Shift Token, there it is right there. So you can go over there and you can check that out. Go in there and they will give you all the information that you need to let you know like what's going on. The opening song is called Believes. That's the only name I have. I'm gonna have it on my website. I'll start letting people know where they can download it very, very soon, man. Appreciate you, and I appreciate it. So it's not in the Google store. It won't be in the Google store for another 9 days because it's still a beta. It's on iOS. It'll come out on iOS first. So give it just a few more days on that one. Why isn't Shift on CMC yet? The reason it was not on CMC is because Pan, the guy that created it, I think sometimes it's tough to get on CMC, and I don't think that he realized that it was a priority for people so much in the very, very beginning. And then we kind of hit a crypto winter, and by the time we did that, there wasn't a whole lot of volume on the project, and he just wanted to get the project completed. So instead of worrying about CMC or worrying about CoinGecko or worrying about any of those things, we just kind of let it sit for a while to see what happened. And maybe the volume will pick up or something like that, and then he'll apply. But he was just waiting for the volume to pick up. When the volume picks up, as these little catalysts start to happen, as those pick up, then he's going to apply to CMC and CoinGecko, or CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. Should be on CoinViewCap too. So you'll see all that kind of stuff start to happen. It just didn't get to happen originally because I think maybe they did it wrong the first time, and then by that second time, the market had just gone. I mean, the market's the market, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of goes to shit. And there's a lot of tokens that don't get on there. And if you want to get on there specially, then you got to pay like 20 grand or some shit like that. Like this is ridiculous because it's not going to move the needle. It's not going to move the needle until such time as there's actually a product So, product comes out, then we'll get increased volume, and then it'll get listed. You're welcome. App is already submitted for shift on CMC and CoinGecko. Once our volume goes up, they will list us. There you go. There's the answer. Appreciate that. He submitted the app a couple weeks. Yeah, right. But I think we did it before, Amit. I think it happened before, and then we did it. Like, it just got rejected because there was just so little volume. And we didn't. I don't think the pan realized it was a priority at that point. And that's all it was. So now, as soon as there's a volume pickup, it'll be listed. Trust me, it's going to hit their radar. Anytime you're sponsored with Coca-Cola, you're gonna get on somebody's radar. People are gonna be wondering what shift fit is. They're gonna find it, and they're gonna invest. So you're gonna start seeing the volume go crazy. So let's get into some news just a little bit. In case you guys didn't see this one, FTX partners with Busan City to roll out a crypto exchange. So it looks like there's a lot of mass adoption. South Korean city of Busan partners with FTX to develop crypto and blockchain related businesses. So now Busan is kicking it off along with Seoul to be part of the cutting edge of crypto. And that's a pretty cool thing. South Korea, I think, is a real hot spot, Luna Classic notwithstanding, for cryptocurrency adoption. So I think it's great to have more and more businesses starting to go over there. And hopefully regulations and stuff like that. Look, at this point, cryptocurrency is not an American currency. It's not a European currency. It's not a Chinese currency. It is a world currency, and you can't stop it at this point. You can try to control it if you want, but you cannot stop cryptocurrency at this point. So the mass adoption, what we're looking for, it's already here, and Ethereum just busted through 1606, guys. So hopefully it did not hold. God damn it. But it did pop over 1606 just a second ago. Eurozone inflation reaches new all-time high of 9.1 in August. I don't know if it means it's coming down. I don't know if there's anything positive out of that. Again, I don't trust Watcher Guru that much about some of the things that they say. Economists polled by the Wall Street Journal and put forth a consensus of 8.9. Well, I could have told you it would have been higher if the Wall Street Journal was doing that, by the way. We kind of understand at this point how they're a little conservative about their guesses. Ethereum miner addresses hit a 4-year high ahead of the merge. So, guys, I think we're going to get a run on Ethereum very, 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 very shortly. And what is going on with Bone? It was $1.80 this morning, and anything, by the way, is going to pump when Ethereum is pumping. So if you're tied and stable to it, then you're going to get a pump off of it. Oh shit! You know what? It did hit that line. No, that was noon yesterday. So it hit my line where I said that was the buy time on it. So if you missed out on that, sorry about your luck. It might, if something happens in the crypto market in the next few hours, and by the way, we'll look over here, the Dow Jones is up 164. So it looks like the rally might be on. Hopefully the DXY continues its decline so that it can all start pumping. Bitcoin is up to almost 20,400. But I mean, we're going to see how these resistances, go. And then, I'm not trading anything right now, Crypto B. I'm just kind of patiently waiting for an opportunity. I'm not sure where the market's going to go. And I'm not willing to bet that this is not the high right now. You know what I mean? Like, if it comes down here, maybe if it comes down here a little bit lower, but what's going to annoy the piss out of me right now is getting down here and being like, okay, it's time to get in. And then I get in and it goes down here and I'm out of cash. So I've only got enough cash now to get in with a bunch more down here just in case it happens. Like, that's what I'm holding on for. I don't need to invest anymore. Like, I'm actually sitting in a place right now where if I didn't throw $1 at anything else other than the things that I have. And by the way, one of the things that I plan on doing, for those of you that are asking about MetaMonkey, when MetaMonkey launches, I think a lot of people are talking about it doing maybe a 10x or something like that. And if it does a 10x and it has a 20 or $30 million market cap, and I can make, I think that would be like $5,000 off of it. If I can take 2,500 out, leave 2,500 in, and then take that 2,500 and start to just diversify it into 5 new launch cryptos, and see where those go, then that's what I'll do. And same thing with DeConnect. I might stay in that one a little bit longer because I'm involved in it, but I invested the same amount into DeConnect too. And when it launches, it's going to launch on the Terra pool network. And I think it's going to be the first big launch on Terra pool. And because it's on Terra pool, I do think that there's going to be a lot of doctor money supporting it. So I think that DeConnect is going to have a moonshot when it launches, because it's not using like Pulo and stuff like that. For me, just for me, I feel like it's important to support products that should be supported. So that's what I'm going to do. And it just seems like if you're involved in, I thought MetaMonkey should have been using Terrapool. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know why it's not. I don't know why people who are involved that are not, that might have been Terrarium associated. No, they don't. They don't take a big fee. They're 2%. It's not. Anyway, so yeah, Bone is on the move. It looks like. Again, I think Bone is still coming down here, so I would wait just a little bit longer, just see if you get another opportunity. Look, Bone doesn't have a reason to be doing what it's doing right now. So anybody who got out at $2.32 or in this 220 range, more power to you. You made out like a bandit. I would be sitting here waiting for this to come down to here or even back down to the dollar level, because you got to see where it took off from, and it took off from, where was it? 76 cents. Basically at $1. It'll be up a little bit over $1, like maybe $1.20, $1.30, something like that. But this seems like the springboard opportunity right here. If it's going to keep going, it's gotta come down just a little bit more though. Like otherwise, you're just buying the top, and that's silly. Volt Inu, the next digital money. You can buy a PS5 at Walmart for Christmas using Volt tokens. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. And burn tokens while you're at it. Not trading ETH. Luna Classic. Luna Classic is about to go on that big run. It's just going to take some time. We're almost there. Volta Change is the shit. Does that all go to burn? We are on the rise on ETH. We will hit 1675 today. That's what I thought too. Like I thought maybe we could get to 1700 with a nice, good run. We can hit that 1700. I don't know that 1675 is even a stopping point right now. It looks like that's where you get that pocket of resistance. But it didn't stop us at any point. You know what I mean? Like it seems like it still allowed that pump to go through. So, maybe we can make 1700 by nightfall. And of course it could always just cascade back down. Who the hell knows? But we are testing that 1606 right now. I think really what we need is we need Bitcoin to make that next move to 20,005. Like Bitcoin needs to get its shit together, get over this hump and start to move. And then once we do that just a little bit, then, Ethereum gets dragged along with it. And so does everything else. Is anybody else really popping today? Hex is almost in a, oh my God, you got to buy again zone. That's still not enough dip. Really need 3.5 to get that flash dip down there. So just a little bit more. And we might be on that Hex train one more time, riding that one to 7 or 8 cents. All right, so quick look over here. We're still at 75. We're still at 48 on Blackrock. Volt is continuing to soar. Volt, by the way, if you guys had not seen it, I got new content coming out. Of course, you haven't seen it because it's new content. Son of a bitch, I am an idiot sometimes. So over here, I've got that triangle pattern. Somebody pointed out, like, is it really in a month Like, am I really just kind of reaching for it? I don't think that I am, because it hit here, it settled 3 times in this area as we went across. So that still seems to be a point of resistance at this point. But we do have this descending parallel channel coming off of this, so it's all bullish. The signals that you're seeing continue to be bullish, except for this little sell down, and we're back in this little area right here. So that being said, it looks like our next spot of resistance is basically 8,100. So it would be very nice to see this thing pump another 500-600 points, get through that path of resistance there, and then get outside of this one at 82 and start to focus on maybe consolidating a little bit here in the 81 area, and then punching its way up into 92 without the help of Ethereum, without seeing Ethereum do too much pumping. Like, let's create some more value on the Volt side of that transaction, because we do have Volta change coming. It's just a matter of days now. The countdown is on, so it's just time now. When big burn on Binance, I don't know what that. Zora, I have no idea, buddy. What do you think about Leash? You think it's going to pump with Shibarium? I do. I don't like. It doesn't make any sense to me that Bone is pumping right now, because there's no catalyst or real reason. It just decided to start running, so I don't think that it's going to sustain, and I think it's going to come back down. But it might come in a better. It might be a better opportunity to do it a little bit. I don't know. Like, to me, it looks like Bone has run its course, and now it's heading back down. However, if I'm looking at it, then, let's see. I don't know what the hell I was thinking of there. What in the shit? I mean, like, maybe it's forming like that. It's not enough to really say that it is. The data doesn't hold just right yet. It's kind of close. So it could be breaking out. I mean, we might see it break out further, because what you're doing is you're producing the highs up here, and then you're bouncing off the lows down here, and then you're moving up here. So it's possible that this thing is ready to break out to another level. Austin thinks we're going to have a $10 bone. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be now, but it's possible. This, by the way. This is a full-on bull trend right here. This is a full-on. This should break. This is exactly what happened with Luna Classic, and it broke out and started heading up from here. So, by all rights, this looks like exactly what I said with Luna Classic the other day, that it's got all the makings of an absolute breakout. So, I just don't think, like, it doesn't feel. It feels more like at this point it's headed down than up. But you know what? I mean, let's see how it plays out. Again, there's no catalyst. There's no real catalyst. At the end of whatever, it doesn't do anything still. So, that's the real point. Yet, Shibarium's still got to come out. So, but once it comes out, then. And I'm gonna leave this right here, and let's go back here. We're gonna predict it. This is what we predicted. We said it's gonna break out this way. So let's follow up tonight and see what actually happened. Why not? All right. Anyway, that's my bell. That's my time. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on your way out so this gets shared with more people. during the course of the day. After this is over, leave a comment down below. If you follow it later on, if you're watching on Twitter, I appreciate you. If you're watching on Facebook, I appreciate you. If you're watching on Twitch, I appreciate you as well. And especially if you're watching on YouTube, you are my guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you again tonight for Bedtime with Bleaves. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleaves, and I am always right. And we will talk to you again soon. And be very careful and very safe in your trading today. Have a good day, guys.